There's a quote that I like that I try to think about as often as I can, and it goes like this. It's very short. It says, "Never forget that everyone you meet is going through a great struggle." And I think that's just a really profound little quote that it's good for all of us to remember. I have to remind myself often, I particularly remind myself if somebody cuts me off in traffic or I'm at a Walmart, but all joking aside, it is helpful to me to think that everyone has their own struggle. Everyone, all of us go through different things, and to us they're difficult and profound and painful at times. And it's good to remember that all of us are human beings with feelings and histories. The speaker you're going to hear today is going to tell you her story and the things she has gone through to be here today, and I think you'll be touched by it. She's a licensed professional counselor in the state of Missouri, and she'll be walking across the stage today with her Master of Business Administration degree. Amy Kiso Bledsoe is the Executive Director of the Governor's Council on Disability, and she provides various trainings throughout the state related to behavioral health and school safety. She is a cancer survivor and believes that all people should live each day to the fullest. Please help me welcome our next commencement speaker, Amy Kiso Bledsoe.
All right, good afternoon. He kind of gave you a little prequel to my speech. We got to do this. This side. Thank you. Thank you for indulging me. Those ussies, #USIE, were taken just to make my children roll their eyes. I don't see how we can call it a selfie when there's more than one of us in it. So that's why we need to blow it up, #USSIE. It is an honor to be one of your speakers here today at Columbia College, to mark this day for which we have all been waiting. Whether your degree is an associate, bachelor's, or master's, regardless of the major, we did it. We made it. From the application process, to getting out of bed for class, to staying out of bed for class to prepare, we are here. We made it. Is this the end or only the beginning? Everything we have done in life to this point has led us here today and made us who we are. Hard times, easy times, good times, and bad times. Think back and remember who was with you through all of those times. I'd like to share with you some thoughts today on how we arrived here and what is next. Some life lessons, if you will. First, find your passion. Related to your future, something we all had to do to get to this day was to figure out what we like to do and what we're good at. Some of us have been fortunate enough to have both in our careers to this point. Many have said, if you love your job, you will never work a day in your life. For me, that has been working in the helping field. I've been a licensed professional counselor and have been fortunate enough to combine my love for education with caring for others. There have been different jobs, but they've all been in this helping field. Second, set a goal. From my earliest memories, I can recall wanting to be a mom and to help people. I must pause here and explain something that led me here today. After high school, I went to Northwest Missouri State University with a passion for psychology. My dear parents stressed to me that that was not a good field to get into. and I would not be able to make a living, so they strongly encouraged me to go into education. I went to school, and after about 2 weeks, I changed my major to psychology. My parents shook their head, and yes, many times in life, I've helped them to get a little exercise by shaking their heads. My goal was to graduate, get a St. Bernard, a Ford Explorer, and go to Colorado to attend grad school and become a counselor. Life happens. Sometimes it sends you on some detours. I did graduate with a bachelor, ironically a BS in psychology, from Northwest, and I did not make it to that graduation because I was working as a weekend relief house parent in a group home for adults with disabilities, and the boss had purchased tickets for us to go to the circus. Circus? Sit in a stuffy auditorium and be uncomfortable. Circus won out, so I didn't walk that time. We did have a good time at circus, by the way. So no dog, no explorer, no Colorado. I got married and moved to Jefferson City instead. I was accepted to Lincoln University and began working on my master's in education with a concentration in community and agency counseling. I was so excited with everything and loved my work at Fulton State Hospital. My husband and I began our family. Upon preparing for my second college graduation, I had actually planned to walk that time, had the cap and gown and everything. I wouldn't change a thing. But my second son was born on a different date than I had planned, so I couldn't walk in that graduation either. So time marched on and flew by. I had a successful private practice and was fortunate enough to be recruited and work as a civilian with our military throughout Missouri. We had 2 more children, so 4 children total. I decided to go back to school, and this time it was here online with Columbia College. So it only took me 3 degrees to be able to walk in a college graduation. What's that saying? 3rd time's the charm? Yes, it is. Through all of this education and working and raising children, I was diagnosed and treated for breast cancer in 2012. I had to stop working on my MBA and focus on that. Who knew that it would take me having a bilateral mastectomy, 7 months of chemotherapy, losing my hair twice, and 6 weeks of radiation, bald and all, to be chosen to be a calendar girl for a fundraiser for breast cancer. Yep, not what you typically think of when you think of a calendar girl. You see, this cancer was a detour in my life's journey. During that cancer, I gained a lot of insight about life. People can be kind and people can be cruel. There are many opportunities to educate others. So this became my mission, to live each day to the fullest. Be mad, make a difference. M-A-D, get it? Shout out to Colonel Galvin. And leave things better than I found them. Dr. Seuss in the Lorax said, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. We all need a mission, and this statement is often credited to many greats throughout history. I believe I truly learned the meaning of it through my cancer. If you're going through hell, keep on going. You see, we must always drive on. Shout out to Colonel McGuire. We can get to the other side. After my 2012 cancer, I resumed work toward my MBA. You see, I had that fire in my belly, as my military friends would say. Needless to say, I already had a great life and great career. Fast forward, I had returned to work for the state of Missouri. My children were growing, and we had been fortunate enough to build a home for our family. Then it struck again, cancer. This time, surgery was not an option. Still, I had that fire. I had children who needed me. And quite frankly, I needed to finish this MBA. So I stand here with you today as a mother and an achiever who just happens to have stage 4 terminal cancer. Remember my earlier plan of the dog and the SUV in Colorado? Well, My eldest son gave me a St. Bernard who is named Magnum, like Magnum PI, because I love Tom Selleck. And during this battle with cancer, he gave me the dog, and we now have a Highlander, and very soon, next week, we are going to travel out west through Colorado, weather permitting. So sometimes in life, you have to take the detours. You can get back on your path and end up where you want to be. Shake your head, roll your eyes, and keep on going. Now, let me get back to some of the important things I've learned to this point in my life journey and wrap this little chat up. Passions, goals, mission, strive to achieve. We have 86,000 moments each day. Think about how you will spend these moments moving forward. I hope you will serve like someone is always watching, because someone always is. Watch and they learn. Attitude is a little thing that makes a big difference. There were times through my cancer detours I had to work hard and lean on others so I could keep going. There will be hard times ahead for all of us. Remember to dig deep and make it through. Life is 10% of what happens to us and 90% how we deal with it. Work will always be there. It's important. But it's very important to spend fun times and hard times with those you love. Don't work your life away. Take some time to enjoy it, because each day truly is a gift. We do not know what our expiration date is. Make the most of each moment. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. Take time to get things right. Ask for help. And a very hard lesson, and I'm still trying to learn this one, is to accept help. Work hard. Take extra time when you make life-altering decisions. Stand up for yourself. Be assertive. Advocate for yourself. Surround yourself with good people. Fight for what is right. Winnie the Pooh once said, "You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think." Always be humble and kind. Gratitude, a little something my dad used to always say whenever he would give us something, and me especially, I'd say, "Oh, you shouldn't have." Dad would say, "Just shut up and say thank you." So that's what we need to do today. Just shut up and then say thank you. Although this honor of speaking with you today was about each one of us reaching our goals, earning our degree, and graduating, I must tell you, it has been even more than that for me. You see, especially with cancer, we never know how long we will live, how much time we have. It was an instructor of mine here at Columbia College, David Nowacki, who shared with me a YouTube video of the last lecture by Randy Posh. So these thoughts I have shared with you today, I have also shared with my family, especially my 4 amazing children, Braxton, Garrett, Zachariah, and Elena. When my time here is over, I hope that you will remember these words. When I cannot be with you, please remember these words. Thank you again for allowing me to share from my heart on this very special day for each one of us. Now is the time for each of us graduates to again shut up and say thank you to those who have helped us along the journey to this place. Let it be our legacy as the class of 2017. Now is the time to do more and be more. Do not waste a single moment, because every moment is an opportunity to learn and an opportunity to speak. Thank you very much.